All right, hey everyone. We know it's been a little bit since our last deep dive, and yeah, we really appreciate you sticking with us.
We do.
But trust me, what we're about to unpack today, it's absolutely worth the wait. We are plunging headfirst into one of Marvel's most explosive and, frankly, one of its wildest crossover events, Axis.
It really is. And it asks this fundamental question, one that, honestly, not many superhero stories really dare to touch.
What's that?
What happens when the villains become the heroes and Earth's greatest champions become the very thing they swore to fight? Yeah, this isn't just like a standard punch-up. There's this powerful spell involved cast by two heavy hitters in the magic department.
Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange.
Exactly. And it twists the entire moral fabric of the world, like completely upside down. And get this, the planet isn't saved by the Avengers this time. It's saved by villains.
Seriously. Okay, that's a hook. And just so everyone's clear, today we are only dealing with Book 1 of Axis.
Yeah, we have to.
Because honestly, the sheer scope and let's just call it the insanity of this whole event, it's way too much to cram into one deep dive.
Absolutely. It needs room to breathe.
So think of this as your essential guise, your shortcut maybe, to understanding the shocking foundational start of it all. Where does it kick off?
Well, it kicks off with a premise that's genuinely disturbing. The Red Skull. He now has Professor Charles Xavier's brain.
Oh, wow.
Right. So he's wielding, one of the most powerful telepathic abilities out there, but it's all twisted.
Puts it into a weapon.
Precisely, a weapon of repression. And his horrifying first move, he starts rounding up mutants and throwing them into these quote-unquote re-education camps.
Where?
On Genosha. It's chillingly familiar, right? Echoes of real-world history right there in a comic book.
Yeah, that's heavy. It forces you to think, what happens when pure evil gets its hands on something representing pure good?
Exactly. And while this absolute horror is unfolding on Genosha, where are the Avengers?
They're completely in the dark. They're just like going about their usual business. I think they stopped Plant Man or someone.
Just another Tuesday for the Avengers.
But then, right in the middle of a seemingly routine fight, something goes terribly wrong. Like fundamentally wrong. Thor just turns on Captain America, attacks him. Then Vision turns on Thor. And then Cap turns on Vision.
Okay, teammates fighting teammates.
Yeah, it's not just random chaos. It's this terrifying breakdown of who they are as a team.
And what's really unsettling, I think, is that nobody understands why. Why are they suddenly trying to kill their friends, their teammates?
Yeah.
It's this immediate collapse of trust, of camaraderie. There's no obvious bad guy pulling the strings they can see.
They are the bad guys in that moment, to each other.
Pretty much, yeah. Their own worst enemies, literally.
But okay, amidst all this mind-bending chaos, there's a moment of clarity. And it comes from, well, maybe not unexpectedly.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
In the middle of all the madness, he figures it out. He deduces they're being hit by some kind of global telepathic frequency. Just boom, affecting everyone.
Okay, that makes sense. Fits the Red Skull's new powers.
Right. And Tony, he's quick.
Yeah.
Incredibly quick. He somehow manages to invert the signal, like locally, freeing the team from its immediate violent effect. And then instantly he starts tracking the source.
Yeah.
That's classic Stark, finding clarity in total pandemonium.
Okay, so while the Avengers are sort of shaking that off and trying to figure out where this attack came from, back on Genosha, things are getting worse. Much worse.
How so?
There's this small group of mutants. They manage to escape the camps, and they're desperately fighting what the Skull has become. Onslaught, he's insidious.
Yeah.
He's using Xavier's own power to manipulate the X-Men, turning them against each other, psychologically messing with them, blaming Cyclops and Magneto for everything that's happened on Genosha.
Ugh, that's dirty. Onslaught doesn't stop there, does he?
He
targets someone specific, someone really dangerous if uncontrolled.
He does. As the battle rages, he focuses his power, Xavier's telepathy, right on Scarlet Witch's mind.
Oh no, Wanda. And if Wanda loses control, the potential for devastation is just immense. She could unravel everything.
It's terrifying, which leads to this incredibly desperate moment. Rogue steps up. She does the unthinkable. She tries to absorb Red Onslaught's psyche, all of it. Rogue, who's always struggled with the powers she absorbs, willingly invites this pure evil into her own mind.
Why would she do that?
Betting everything on like a sliver of hope. It's an incredible moment of bravery, or maybe desperation.
And what happens? Does it work?
Well, instantly, she's just ripped into this storm of pure torment. The comics describe it as an ocean of screams, fragmented memories, Thousands of murdered voices just echoing through eternity. It's the psychic imprint of every awful thing the Red Skull has ever done, amplified by Onslaught.
Just a living nightmare, tearing her apart from the inside.
Absolutely. But then, incredibly buried deep within that chaos, like a tiny light in a hurricane, is the lingering consciousness of Professor X.
No way. He's still in there.
A fragment, yes. He reaches out to Rogue, gives her a piece of his own conscious mind, enough to block the Skull's control, enough to give Rogue the strength to pull herself back from the edge. She snaps out of it, out of that psychic nightmare. And crucially, she manages to tear Wanda free from Onslaught's influence, too.
Surely they've got him now.
You'd think so, but even with Scarlet Witch back, the situation is still pretty grim. Onslaught is still standing. The mutants are exhausted. They're on the brink.
Just when it looks like it's over.
Right when hope seems lost, a familiar sight on the horizon.
The cavalry arrives.
The Avengers arrive. Finally.
Okay, so now we get the big team up.
And for the first time in this whole horrific mess, heroes and mutants are fighting side by side. You've got Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Cyclops, Storm, the big guns.
The combined might of Earth's two greatest teams finally turned on Red Onslaught.
And for a moment, just a fleeting, precious moment, the tide actually starts to shift. You can feel the momentum building. Maybe, just maybe, they can win this.
But Onslaught's not done.
Oh, yeah. A counter that weaponizes not just their weaknesses, but Tony Stark's own genius against them. He summons 2 adamantium Stark Sentinels.
Adamantium and Stark Sentinels, built by Tony.
Well, built using Tony's own blueprints. It's this chilling betrayal. His tech twisted into these monstrous war machines to fight his friends. And the devastating part, every strategy, every countermeasure the Avengers and X-Men have ever used.
Don't tell me.
The Sentinels already know it. They're programmed with every weakness, every tactical flaw.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
The momentum they had, gone, instantly, replaced by this just suffocating helplessness.
So issue 1 ends right there.
Ends right there. Not with a win, but with this horrifying realization. They're outmatched, their secrets are weapons against them, and the real battle, it hasn't even started yet.
Wow, what a gut punch.
Yeah.
Genius turned into the ultimate threat. Okay, so that brings us to issue 2.
Issue 2 opens, and the battlefield is just hopeless. The Avengers, the X-Men, they aren't just losing anymore. They're being systematically dismantled by these Stark Sentinels.
Because the Sentinels know everything they're going to do.
Exactly. They anticipate every move. They just press them further and further down. And Sam Wilson, Captain America now, right? He's desperate. He turns to Tony.
Asks him for a plan.
Yeah, basically. And Tony Stark, the man who always has a plan, says he has no answer.
Oof. That's rare. That's got to be brutal for the team to hear.
It really signals how dire things are. What do you do when the genius is stumped? When even Stark's ingenuity fails?
So who steps up?
It's Rogue again. She comes up with the only real path forward. She figures, look, they can't just destroy Onslaught.
Why not? Too powerful.
Too powerful, yeah. And too embedded with Xavier's mind. Destroying him might destroy Xavier completely.
So that's the alternative.
Instead, they need to invert his personality. Flip the switch. Put Professor X's mind back in the driver's seat, controlling Onslaught's body.
Okay, so this isn't just about stopping him. It's about changing who he fundamentally is.
Precisely. It's this complex, dangerous magic, like moral alchemy. Flipping the core of someone's personality. Good to evil, evil to good.
Sounds risky. Unpredictable.
Totally unpredictable. It's a Hail Mary, really, and the only ones who can pull it off are Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, working together.
So they need time. How do they buy it?
Desperate measures, a coordinated effort. Tony and Magneto focus everything they have on the Sentinels, just trying to slow them down.
Magneto's helping.
At this point, yes. Survival instinct, maybe? Rogue throws herself at Red Onslaught again, trying to keep him distracted.
While Wanda and Strange start the spell.
Exactly. They start weaving this incredibly complex inversion ritual. Every single second counts.
But the Sentinels?
The Sentinels are just too much. They tear through the defenses. They crush the momentum before the ritual can finish.
Oh, no.
The spell collapses, and with it, their last real hope seems to just vanish. You can feel the air go out of them.
That crushing feeling that nothing they do is enough.
And right in the middle of that chaos, Tony, only Tony, notices Magneto breaking away, just flying off.
Abandoning them.
That's certainly how it looks to Tony. Battered, desperate. It seems like Magneto's cutting his losses, leaving them to die.
While the Sentinels just keep coming.
Relentlessly. The Avengers, the X-Men, they give everything they have left, but it's not enough. One by one, they're forced down, battered, broken.
Until only Tony's left. Or almost.
Pretty much. Tony's on his knees, armor shredded, body shaking. He looks up at Onslaught, finds one last ounce of defiance. You know, that hero mantra.
The good guys always win. Onslaught's reply.
Onslaught leans in, using Xavier's stolen voice, that voice of hope, and twists it into pure despair. He says, "There are no good guys left."
Ouch. That hits hard.
It's a defining moment for the event, I think. Just when you think it's utterly over, curtain fall. The air splits. Magneto's back.
He came back.
He came back, but he's not alone this time.
Who's with him?
He brings, well, some of the most infamous names in Marvel history. Dr. Doom, Loki, and yeah, even Deadpool.
The villains.
The villains, it's absolutely staggering.
So Magneto didn't abandon them. He went for backup. Villain backup.
It seems so. For once, the villains step forward to fight the fight the heroes cannot.
Wow, so issue 2 ends there, with the villains arriving.
Ends on that staggering twist, that fundamental inversion. When Earth's champions fall, it's the villains who rise. It just forces you to question everything.
Okay, I need to know what happens next.
Yeah.
The villains arrive. Do they just stand there?
Not for a second. The moment Magneto lands his unlikely allies, they launch into action immediately.
Like how?
Like Deadpool, in his own chaotic but weirdly effective way, instantly grabs a battered Tony Stark and just drags him out of the line of fire.
Complaining the whole time, probably.
And while he's doing that, the rest of them, Doom, Loki, Magneto, turn their combined fury on Onslaught and the remaining Sentinel.
How do villains fight differently, you think?
Ruthlessly. Relentlessly, absolutely destructively. There's no holding back, you know? Worrying about collateral damage isn't really their thing.
Right.
Doom unleashes sorcery with that cold precision he has. Loki's manipulating the chaos, probably loving it. Magneto's just ripping steel apart. And Deadpool is, well, he's Deadpool.
Maximum effort, maximum chaos.
Exactly. They don't trust each other, not even slightly, but right then, they have one goal: destroy the enemy.
And does it work? Their combined might.
Surprisingly, yeah. Working together with this weird, brutal efficiency, they managed to tear down the second adamantium sentinel.
They actually destroy it.
Shatter its armor, yeah. And in doing so, they free Wanda and Strange, who are apparently trapped inside its frame somehow.
Okay. So one sentinel down, Wanda and Strange are free. This looks like maybe finally the tide is turning.
But remember, Onslaught is still a massive psychic threat, and there was someone shielding the heroes, right?
Yeah, you mentioned someone named Welp.
Welp, yes. He'd been holding the psychic shield, protecting everyone from Onslaught's direct mental assault. But the strain, it becomes too much. His barrier collapses.
Onslaught's psychic power is unleashed.
Unhindered. And he immediately seizes the opportunity. His telepathy lashes out, and it hits the villains.
What does it do?
Twists some of their minds. Turns them against the very Avengers and X-Men they just saved.
No. The alliance falls apart.
That fragile alliance just crumbles instantly.
Confusion, betrayal, it explodes right there. Villains turning on heroes, maybe even on each other. The whole desperate gambit just implodes again.
And in that absolute mess, Doctor Strange gets taken out, hit hard, unconscious.
Leaving the inversion spell half finished.
Yeah.
Dying on the vine.
Just when it seemed like maybe they had another shot, it's gone again. But then
comes the really unexpected moment.
Dr. Doom, he just steps forward.
Yeah. Strange is down, the spell is incomplete, chaos is everywhere.
And Doom, Victor Von Doom, takes Strange's place next to Wanda, that grim determination on his face.
This is it. This is the core of the axis shift right here. Doom's iron will, his demand for order, paired with Wanda's untamed chaos magic.
It's an insane combination, oil and water, but maybe.
Maybe exactly what's needed. He provides the structure, the order, to channel her chaos. And together, Doom and Scarlet Witch, they unleash the inversion spell.
A final, desperate act, blurring that line completely between savior and, well, tyrant.
Is he saving the world or just seizing an opportunity? Hard to say in that moment.
And the whole battlefield just erupts, this blinding surge of mystical energy, just pure power.
Everything goes white.
And when the dust settles, Red Onslaught is down, defeated. The heroes are staggering, barely standing.
And the villains.
Vanished, gone, poof, like they were never there.
Classic.
And for just a moment, silence. Just this heavy, almost unnatural quiet over Genosha.
But that quiet, it's loaded because nobody knows, did it actually work? Is Xavier in control now, or did they just knock the skull out?
The uncertainty is immediate, and it sparks conflict instantly.
Right away, the X-Men are desperate. They demand the skull's body. They need to know if Charles is back, if they can save him.
But the Avengers, they're thinking security, threat containment. They insist Skull has to be imprisoned now just in case the inversion failed. He's too dangerous.
Two completely understandable positions, born from different histories and fears.
Yeah.
But totally incompatible right then.
And Steve Rogers shows up, tries to play peacemaker. You know, classic Cap. We'll figure it out together. We'll help bring Charles back.
But his words just fall flat.
Yeah.
For the mutants, after everything they've been through, it sounds like the same old dismissal. Like their urgency, their loss, doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, you can see how that historical mistrust just poisons even well-meaning attempts at unity.
It really highlights those ingrained tensions.
And that's how book 1 ends. Not with a win, not really. It ends with a split.
Like, sure.
Avengers and X-Men parting on really bitter terms, and they have no idea what the inversion has truly unleashed. The real danger is just beginning.
Which leaves us with a pretty heavy thought, doesn't it? What does it actually mean for the world when its salvation comes from its worst villains? And that line between hero and tyrant gets so thin, so blurry, maybe even erased.
Makes you think.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to follow us and stick around, because in the next deep dive, we'll dive straight into book 2, where the true, terrifying consequences of the inversion finally come to light.